It is the first state visit by any sitting South African head of state to Kenya. On his arrival at State House, Nairobi, President Zuma inspected a guard of honor, and then he received full state honors, a 21-gun salute. Zuma and Kenyatta, together with the respective cabinet ministers, then held bilateral talks. Top on the agenda, how to ease the movement of goods and persons between the two countries.
We have also given instruction to our ministers and officials to work hard in removing any obstacle that is limiting the growth of the trade between the two countries. We have realized, for an example, that it is not at the same level. There is more goods moving in one direction, and we need to find ways and means to balance that. It is fair and possible for us to do so, to therefore identify the specific areas that we need to deal with.
We are glad that South Africa understands the anxiety about non-tariff barriers that prevent us from exporting things like tea, coffee, soda ash, and flowers. And Mr. President, I applaud your commitment to urgently looking at resolving these outstanding matters.
Kenya was keen to have South Africa deal with immigration issues. The two countries say they are closer to a solution, one that will consider reciprocity.
There are already steps that have been taken to people of specific categories who must not have problems to come into South Africa, etc. And we discussed some of the issues that need to be considered very thoroughly to allow that process to come in.
We have also agreed to consider our request that Kenyan nationals, and we are grateful for that, be granted visa on arrival, and this is something that the South African government will look into, because this is a privilege that Kenya already extends to South African nationals coming to Kenya. In our view, there is no reason why both our governments cannot agree on exemptions of visas for each other's citizens.
The two economic powerhouses will be seeking to strengthen their trade, political and economic ties during the state visit by President Jacob Zuma. Kenya and South Africa are joint mediators in South Sudan and Burundi. Zuma was clear that both countries should not be allowed to slide back to conflict.
We call on Dr. Riek Machar to return to Juba and participate in the transitional government.
Zuma is accompanied to Kenya by 6 cabinet ministers. He departs Nairobi on Wednesday. Sarah Kimani, SABC News, Kenya.